Welcome. I'm Ken Kuski, CEO of the Mid-Michigan Innovation Center. Today I have a special opportunity to interview as our guest, Ken Kuski, CEO of the Mid-Michigan Innovation Center. Ken, maybe you can start out by telling us a little bit about the new initiatives MMIC has developed and this 3 pillars of critical support that you're providing to the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Mid-Michigan. Well, Ken, I know you and I have had a lot of opportunity to discuss these ideas. And I think we both agree on their importance. The 3 key pillars we've focused on are access to capital. Every early stage company needs capital to grow. And so that might be angels, it might be venture, it might be grants, it might be bank loans, it might be SBA. And I think we've done a pretty good job with the Boost and the Pitch and the programs we've aligned to support that. Our second pillar was access to talent, which is mentoring and interns and advisors. And that's an ongoing program, and we're looking to expand that with other sources of mentoring, advising, and help for the small business. Our third pillar, and the one I wanted to talk more about today, was accelerated commercialization. And it's probably the greatest challenge that every startup has. How do I stop talking to myself and start talking to customers? I've heard you say many, many times that process, that challenge of going to markets is really the biggest hurdle for startups. Maybe you could expand a little bit on why that seems to be such a barrier. It's sort of like this dialogue. When you and I talk, we're always in heated agreement. We know our buzzwords, our concepts, the ideas are well rooted, our visions are in sync, and that makes it very easy to stay happy and content with my work. But when I have to go out and talk to a customer, a stranger, a client, they might have a very different opinion. They might not understand the references I'm making. They might not be familiar with the buzzwords or the jargon I'm using. I might lose them very, very quickly. Or they might understand exactly what I'm talking about and say it's a stupid idea. Nobody wants to hear their baby's ugly. You know, what if I told you I thought you were pretty ugly? I'd take it very personally. So that really gets down to this core problem, that our challenge is that entrepreneurs want to talk to themselves. It's easier, it's safer. Could you elaborate on what might be done to overcome that and how your accelerated commercialization helps entrepreneurs overcome this profound barrier? We've got to get early stage companies to think about their customers, not their investors, not their own judgments, not their own dreams, but a dream of the customer. What does the customer really need to make their life successful, to make their expenditure of money meaningful? How do we sell what we do? And that's a really difficult thing to do. And so we see companies that hover at this early stage, whether it's product design, product development, or actually built products, and they are still reluctant to take it out to market. And I'd say that continues to be the biggest challenge in commercialization worldwide. So you're saying that when you talk to yourself, you grasp the vision, you grasp the application, but that doesn't always work for customers. They're different. We act like this is a new idea, that we don't understand how to go to market. This idea of going to market is a well-developed concept in all sorts of fields of business management. In project management, we talk about the concept of verification versus validation. I think we learned in the ISO 9000 quality days that if we focused on standard processes and made sure they were repetitive perfectly, we ended up with a very quality-driven business process. We could build 1 million items identical with no variation, and we called that quality. But what if what we built wasn't what the customer wanted? We'd have 1 million junky outputs, 1 million junky products that nobody wants or needs. So verification is making sure we built to spec, to engineering design, and then we built quality around that. But doesn't quality mean that we built what the market wants? And that's when we reintroduced into project management the art of validation. So verification says I built to spec. I built what I said I'd built. Validation is I built what the customer or the client really wanted. And those are very different ideas. And so we're learning in quality management, we're learning in project management. And so I think the V squared, verify versus validate, are really, really important ideas that you got to put into an early business plan process. Whether you're designing a product, whether you're dreaming up a new vision, verify but validate. And so that's one of our key themes in this program we're launching to help companies accelerate their go-to-market efforts. Well, Ken, this has really been an enjoyable discussion. You're really one of my favorite panelists to interview. We seem to hit it off and just have chemistry. So look forward to interviewing you again in our near future. Thank you very much. I hope this was a clever introduction to one of the profound challenges we try to address, but I hope Stone Soup will give you a lot more. We have 3 fundamental pillars: the need for capital, the need for talent, and the need for commercialization. Commercialization is the real birth of an enterprise. It's going from mom and dad's money, your money, or an investor's money to cash flow from customers. And all 3 pillars are critical. Stone Soup is meant to give you a vast array of support services to help master all 3 of the pillars. We look forward to seeing you at more Stone Soup initiatives, as well as our active programs in our Regional Business Incubator Network. Thanks and good luck.